G'day, my name's Planet Red, and today we're talking about Inaros, and my helmet's built for him. So I went with Raw, because, well, I mean, Inaros, he's already a tank, so doesn't need any more tanking abilities. He's got CC, so we don't need CC, so some more damage. I warn you right now that this build that I've got is a little bit expensive, but you don't need to go this far. I've gone with the full Umbra mods, all three of them, but you can go the regular versions of these if you don't feel like using an Umbra former. You could go with some more former in these other slots and probably fit 2 out of the 3, but that's up to you. We got Continuity for some duration for Raw, we got Hunter Adrenaline for energy, Blind Rage for power strength, Negation Swarm because we don't like knockdowns, Adaptation for some more damage resistance. Got Arcane Strike and Arcane Guardian. We're not using Grace because we're going to be using the pet. Now I did a video earlier in the week on this pet. There's a couple of things that I wanted to go over a little bit more. This pet can kind of die. It will die in this form and become a sentinel. So we'll let it die. Maybe we'll hide around here so that they just target it because it's got a hell of a lot of health. Because it's linked health with Inaros, and you know, obviously. Just waiting. Yep. And there we go. So you don't have to revive it, it'll appear back up here. And while it's like this, it'll use a couple of abilities. It can also die like this. It's not dying now because the enemy's focused on me. But if I was to use an invisibility frame like Ivara or something, and I turned invisible while it was up there like that, they would instantly aggro onto it and kill it. I have video of me doing exactly that, if you want to have a look at that on my channel. Oh, the important thing about this is that when it becomes a sentinel, it loses the ability to use most of these mods. Can't use this. It doesn't use these. Can't use this. Can't use this. Can't use this. Can't use this. The only thing it can use is that. I think Animal Instincts and this. And this is important because this is not the same as this. When it's a sentinel, it shoots quills. Those quills cause viral spores on the enemies that they hit, but they do not spread. Nowhere in this mod it says that they spread. It just says that they hit the target, they do their damage to that target, and then it respawns. We want it to be doing what this does, which is the same thing, except that if the target is affected by a viral proc, it also adds a spore. And these spores can spread. Because these ones work like sarin. And these count as companion damage. So this gives health back for every single spore that is affecting the enemies to our Warframe. And then we link health and we link armor, and our pack leader with Inaros, with his health, his armor, and him constantly using melee, your pet is going to be immortal, which means that it's going to be constantly spreading spores for you, which means everything's going to have spiral spores all over them, which means that you're going to be constantly getting healed, and you're constantly going to be doing even more damage because everything's got viral procs on it. So, this is what it kind of looks like when it's all coming together. Hitting. Starting to heal now because where wild spores are spreading. And of course we're going to have more enemies coming and more enemies coming in mission, which means that these viral spores are going to spread more, which means we're going to be constantly healing. And yeah, so we have nice big roar, we have a big CC like we usually do, it's pocket sand, got good damage, viral spores, everything. Yeah, I'm going to show you some MOT gameplay with Inaros. Keep in mind that enemies in MOT do 4 times the damage of the regular star chart enemies. I'm going to be doing it in steel pass as well. Yeah, you'll see how tanky this can be in mission. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe and all that stuff if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.